にやることないの？じゃあこういうのどうだ？
So hello, looks like we're live. So as you can see, I'm in the middle of a quest right now. A mission, sorry. No, it's a quest. So in FGO, quests and missions refer to a couple of different things. But actually, let me adjust my levels a little bit. The game audio seems a little loud, and actually I'm gonna lower my volume a little bit to the mic. I noticed in the past few streams that the levels for my voice did seem quite high, so I'm hoping, or my plan is going forward, the levels of my voice are going to be a little bit lower than they have been. I think overall just the volume in my stream tends to be fairly high. If anything is low, it would be the game audio. But recently I've been playing around with making the game audio louder so that it's much more audible, and along with just fixing, or not fixing, but just working with the levels of my voice as well so that everything sounds good. But anyway, today I'm not gonna be streaming my farming, which I don't have that much left to go. I just need maybe another 600 or 700 of the bronze currency, which is what I'm farming right now. This is the node. Right, so I'm actually gonna take this turn to do us a Brave Chain by Iskandar to, I'm hoping at least one, if not two of those crit, and nice, yeah, that kills Jaguar Man. So now I can use Iskandar's NP this turn, and then Bunyan's NP next turn, all with Waver's attack buff. So that works out pretty well. But yeah, this unfortunately the drops don't seem to be that high. It's gonna take me at least another, I don't know, 4 or 5 runs, which fits in alright with the amount of AP that I'll regenerate before the event is over, I guess. I might have to use an apple. I think at most 1 apple if I want to buy at the shop, but I actually might stop. Yeah, I don't think I'll use an apple actually if I can't buy at the shop, because right now the only things I have remaining are the embers and the foes. And those are all very, very nice to have, but I guess push comes to shove, I'd rather have the apples than the extra EXP or the foes. I am nowhere near using up all of my foes anyway, so I'm not in any rush to get more foes. And foes, they come pretty regularly over time anyway. Wow, Waver might be close to Bond 11. Holy cow. Yeah, I need another 576 if my memory of that is correct. Which I didn't quite catch what the exact amount I had was. Yeah, 824, yeah. So I would need to get up to 1400 if I want to buy out the gold embers and the bows. You can see I've hit 100 out of 100. Which means I can do the challenge quest, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So I want the lore, obviously, and here I was thinking in my Korean account it took me 3 attempts. Each attempt I made my team a little bit stronger than the last, and in the end I had to use a team with Jean, Jack, and Merlin. So those are 3 5-stars. And not just 3 5-stars, but 3 of the best 5-stars in the game at their respective roles. Obviously, Merlin's undeniable, and Jack as a primary damage dealer is up there as one of the very best in the game, especially for her niche. Although her niche was not fulfilled in this particular battle, this might be interesting. I could take an alter ego. Does she have AoE or single target? Wait, where do you it's yeah, lower, right? A single enemy, so she'd actually be pretty good. I could try taking her as my main damage dealer. Although, I guess well, she'll take neutral damage from the caster waiver, so that's actually not too bad, but yeah. So unfortunately I don't have... Also, what's her NP type? I was thinking I don't have... It's an arts. Okay, yeah. I don't have Tamamo on this account. I do have run my Korean account, but I was thinking I could take Shiki, Tamamo, and actually, let's have her in the back. I feel like I'm still kind of dependent on Merlin, but I think one character I wanted to take definitely was Shiki, even though she doesn't have any event buffs. She's still pretty solid. Now here's where things get a little tricky, because who do I bring to support her? Now I've used, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use my Jean because she is a Maaya Sakamoto character after all, and I wanted to do a Maaya Sakamoto, or I wanted to defeat Maaya Sakamoto with Maaya Sakamoto, and of course, Shiki is voiced by Maaya Sakamoto, and the person we're defeating happens to be voiced by Maaya Sakamoto. At least one of them happens to be Alexander. Let's see, and at the way back, let's try putting her in. She's gonna struggle, I think, because no class advantage, but she does have a guts, and that matters. Now I could also give her a defense buff. Do I want her to blow shit up? I don't know, this could be useful. Oh, on him I actually want the defense CE, which means I could put a 5-star CE on Fujino. 2 times increase MP strength. The 2 times invincible might actually be useful in this context. But something with a damage cut might be good as well. Or a guts, of course. Let's try this. This trades 1 invul for... Oh, I should have taken the other Mystica. So this might end very quickly, who knows. But anyway, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. But anyway, I could have taken the Mystic Code for, what is it? Not Mages Association. Atlas Academy. That's the one that has 3 of the most useful skills for challenge quests, like this one. An invul, a debuff cleanse, and a cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction especially is absolutely huge. It's a shame that cooldown reduction is such a rare ability. Alright, so now I just gotta keep attacking Alexander. I know that's the name of the game on this battle, and try to kill him. Now, without any event damage buffs, this is gonna take some effort. This is gonna be hard. And I don't know if I can pull it off, actually, but let's see. We'll give it a shot. The sound seems to be delayed a little bit, which is odd because I'm not mirroring this from my phone like I normally do. This is off an emulator because I had issues with the mirroring software, which I still haven't fixed, and maybe I'll just stick with this. Let's do that. Because I am staying home mostly anyway. Oof. Okay, Merlin is gonna die. Shit. Okay, this fight is gonna end very soon because Alexander kept focus targeting Merlin. I'm kind of screwed. But let's see, what I'm gonna do is stun Alexander so he can't NP next turn, and then I'll use Shiki's NP. Is it buffed? Yep. Yeah, I'll use Shiki's NP and try to cycle. Nice. So this is an all Maaya Sakamoto turn. We got two Maaya Sakamoto characters attacking another Maaya Sakamoto character. Oh, nice. Well, even without the event buff, damage buff, the simple fact that she's level 100 max foed and everything helps a lot, doesn't it? Alright, now they're gonna NP, so we'll use John's NP. Yeah, we use John's NP. Do I use both of Masha's cards? No, I don't think I use both of Masha's cards yet. We have enough in the way of defense buffs for the next couple turns. We'll be invulnerable this turn. Next turn we'll also get a defense buff from Jean, and I'll also activate Masha's defense buff. Now, the one issue is if Mosh ends up getting stunned by Waver, then I'm just kind of shit out of luck. Maybe I should have stunned Waver. Oh yeah, that would have delayed... Well... No, that would have prevented them from getting synced up, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure, because the next NP is gonna be one that is gonna be a struggle to... Ah, damn it. The Mosh unfortunately got stunned. But at least we get a little bit of healing. Oh, thank you for the follow. Really appreciated, Drunk Shota. That's kind of a dangerous name, I will say. I was never drunk myself when I was a Shota, but you know, it's not a bad thing to be, I guess. Well, no, you don't want to get drunk when you're a kid, I guess. Call you drunk? Alright, I'll call you drunk. That's another, that's a funny name as well. But I guess I got kind of lucky on the hand here because I got enough cards that I can use a Brave Chain from Jean. So I'll go ahead and use her Brave Chain. But yeah, are you drunk? Or Hans? Oh, is your name Hans? Or maybe that's... Well, I'll call you Hans. Either way, I don't need to know your exact name. Whatever. Yeah. When you say Hans, of course I think of Hans Anderson. You're gonna miss that version of Arquaid? Wait, which version of Arquaid are you talking about? Isn't it reference to Hans? Okay. Oh, Drunk Shota. Yes, you're right. Because, yes, Hans Christian Andersen, of course, was a famous alcoholic. And also, he happens to be a Shota in FGO. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. He's got the body of a boyo. Yeah, died of liver cancer. Yep. Oh, I didn't know he lived that long, actually. I thought he died younger, but... Yeah, I knew he died of alcohol-related health issues. Heard he was, yeah, like a lot of good writers, I guess. Kind of a drunk. Oh, the one that just appeared on... Oh, that's what you mean. The follow notification. Oh, yeah. The man-face Arquaid from the Tsukihime anime, right? Well, yeah, it'll be nice... Hopefully we'll get another anime adaptation that is not such man-face art. We'll see. He was born in 1805, died in 1875. Okay, cool. Ah, that's annoying. I was really hoping that Shiki would break Alexander's bar, but wasn't to be. Okay, so now here we're in danger again. Because if Elmalloy... If Waver charges Alexander's NP and he NPs, I'm in a lot of danger with all the defense buffs. Well, I have a few defense buffs. To use like 3 Saint Quartz? Oh, really? Ooh, I'm sorry. That's too bad. How deep are you into the game? Like, if you're not that... If you're still kind of building your team, it can be a struggle, and I think it's actually not a bad idea to use Saint Quartz to beat these quests, because you do get a free lore out of it. Even though I think Generally, it's a good principle, right? Never to use Saint Quartz for anything other than pulling. But I think in cases like this, trading even 3 Saint Quartz for a single lore, not a bad trade-off in my opinion. Right, I'm gonna give her a dodge. And I'm gonna hope that Shiki can tank this. Do I hope that Shiki can tank this? Or do I just use her dodge? No, I'm gonna use her dodge, and I'm gonna hope that Jean can tank this with her really high HP, and obviously class advantage defensively. She's drawn like an adult in the enemy, like how she's drawn in the AVN. I guess so. Well, yeah, so Arcade, I think... So the man-face thing was not just Arcade, though. It was almost every single character had some issues with the square jaw, essentially. It's not as bad as people meme about it, I would say. But it is there. It's really not that bad, actually. Not bad at all. You're at LB3. Okay, so you are pretty deep in, but other than Qinshi, Huang, Mosh, Medea. Okay, and you also have Reigns. Yeah, so if you don't have really a super solid team quite yet, yeah, that's not too big a deal to use Saint Quartz. This is actually a fairly tough challenge quest. I beat it once in my... Oh shit, is John dead? Damn it. I guess I should have used the Mystic Code dodge on Jean. Alright, this might end incredibly soon. Let's see. Hans was your DPS... Really? Okay, well... Huh. That's kinda... Well, yeah, Hans is not a guy you want to use as a DPS, right? Even if you grail him up to level 100, max foe him and everything, he's not going to be doing a whole lot of damage for you. But I hope you've gotten, yeah, I hope you're enjoying the game and everything and building a good team. It's like... It can take a while to get going, but once you have like a solid base team up, much of the game becomes fairly like rote and simple. So I'm not sure what I want to do here. Do I go for the Brave Chain from Shitonai? I want to save Shiki's NP for next turn so I can use the buff with it. I feel like the Brave Chain might not be that useful because he has the defense buff up, but that defense buff's going to be up for a few turns anyway. Do I want to use my defense buff? I don't think I'm in danger enough to use my own defense buff yet, so let's go with the Brave Chain for damage. Oh, you didn't have, oh, you have Artoria? Yeah, if you have the 5-star Saber OG Artoria. So, I will say, FGO is a game where class advantage matters a lot. It's like you can't get away with having one DPS, or even just a couple DPS units. You need a collection of them in order to really handle... Oh, I don't know why he keeps... So the first 2 turns of the fight, Alexander focused down Merlin, and then now he focused down Mosh. So yeah, I'm down to my last 3 servants. You only had Carmilla as a good rider counter. Yeah, Carmilla's great, but on this challenge quest, you'd need a lot of help to make Carmilla pull this off because she doesn't have a event buff. But she is, Carmilla is a very, very good assassin. She's one of the best, in my opinion. You have Gray, Reigns, Medea, Hans, and Martha. Okay. Yeah, Hans is great though, right? As a support servant. Obviously, he doesn't do as well as he can't do anywhere near the things that 5-star support casters can do for you, but he can do a lot of things for you, and he's a 2-star, so it's super easy to get him. And you know, max out, is it? No, I think because Shitonai has class advantage, I try to focus on her. Yeah. But yeah, I was saying, on FGO you do want to, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I don't know, but you want to have DPS units in most classes, if not all. Oh, shit. Jeez, those crit buffs on Alexander are absolutely killer. Wow. Alright, it's down to these two. We have a Shiki Brave Chain, which I guess I better use. But things are not looking good. Yeah, this fight's gonna be over very soon, but let's see what I can do until then. You're actively trying to roll for anger. Oh, okay, well, sadly there's nothing you can do to speed that one up, right? You just need a lot of friend points. And just keep pulling. You know, if you keep playing, you'll get him eventually. That's almost a guarantee, but it can... I've heard of people... Well, it's almost a guarantee, but certainly not a guarantee. You know, I've heard of people playing FGO for... Well, in JP for 3+ years without ever having gotten Angry Mango, which is a bit of a shame. But it is what it is, right? Oh, you want the Fate Stay Night support list? Okay, so I'm guessing you're trying to collect all of them, like Artoria, maybe even Saber Alter, because she is from the... Is she in Unlimited Blade Works? I know she's at least in Heaven's Feel. You can get Emiya, you can get, for Lancer, I guess there's Parvati as a Sakura. Alright, so she still has a Guts. I can at least cut through the dodge. And let's see if I can cycle the NP. Oh, you're only missing Gilgamesh and Angra. Okay. Well, those two are probably the hardest ones to get, right? Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Assassin, obviously, Hassan... What is it? Cursed Arm Hassan is relatively easy to get as a 2-star. Rider, Medusa, 3-star. Caster... Wait, what? Oh, Medea, yep. Berserker, Heracles. Which, I mean, if you have Heracles, you're at a pretty good place. He's a great servant who can carry you through a lot of content. Oh, shit. Okay, Fujino might die this turn. Wait, does she still have the guts? Yeah, she does, so she won't die this turn. She might die next turn, though, because she's gonna get hit with the curse, which is gonna do some damage to her. I don't know if that's gonna eat through her what is it? Yeah, okay, it did eat through her guts. Ku, Saber, all 3 assassins. Cursed Armor, 100 Persona. Oh right, Kojiro, right. He's also an assassin. Yeah, 100 Persona is, I believe, in Fate 0 versus Cursed Arm Hassan, who is in Fate Stay Night. Kama and Parvati. Well, so Kama and Parvati are not, technically speaking... I mean, I guess what Parvati at least is a pseudo-servant where it's yeah, so the thing is, Parvati is one of the characters from Fate Stay Night, but not one of the servants from Fate Stay Night, right? Same with Kama. And same with like Ishtar and Ereshkigal. They are the same as Rin from Fate Stay Night, but not any of the servants. You might try to go for an Apocrypha team later. Oh yeah? Were you around for the Apocrypha event? For the free Sieg? I guess you can always get Siegfried even if you weren't. Okay, so you got the Sieg, nice. And yeah, so let me just actually, yeah, this is my NA account, so this is gonna be a bit of a flex. My Angry Mango. So you can see his skills. I'm not spending bones on him. But anyway, NP5, Angry Mango. Oh, you were not around then. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I misread. I mistook Evan's comment for yours. And I also have another copy of him at NP5. So I have 2 NP5 copies. I thought I had a third copy of him at NP3 or something. No, I guess I only have 2 copies. NP5, both of them. So yeah, you play long enough, it'll happen. You'll get your angry mango. Just lots and lots of pulls, right? And it's not even like I purposefully pulled on the friend points. You can see how many friend points I have, which is a lot. It's over 3 million. And I wish the game gave you an easier way to use friend points, but the fact is you can only use them 2,000 at a time. And yeah, that's a major pain. I wonder, here's an interesting team idea. If I pulled, get another Mango. Yeah, no, I can't. Actually, it's been a while since I got my last Angry Mango. But yeah, it's, you know, it comes and goes. Just, I've been playing for, what, is it 4 years now almost? Something like that? Yeah, because I played since basically day 1, maybe day 2 or 3 of the NA release. So I'm gonna look for a Jean, and I'm gonna go for 5-head play with double Jean, and you know what? If I'm going double Jean, that's enough Maaya Sakamotos in that front line. Let's replace Shiki with Jack, because Jack is just, yeah, way more useful in this context because of the fact that she has an event buff. So let's do that. Double Jean. Oh, maybe let's make her super. No, I want NP gain on her. And this one, so this is actually kind of useless on her. Well, not useless, but not as useful on her as it could be, because as her NP got buffed, she no longer stuns herself. And in the back, all right. So in the front, I want to put in Jack, and in the back, he's actually, you know what? Let's use Gray. She's a better, more fun unit, and even though I don't like to keep bringing Herc to everything, I feel like Herc might be the only one who can really pull this off for me at the back line. With the dodges and the guts, or a dodge. And I'd rather not put another 5-star in the back. She does have a dodge, but she doesn't, she's NP2 I think, yeah. She doesn't hit that hard. Yeah. Should I put Gray's to level 10 now? Don't bother leveling up Gray's NP battery. Do not. So here, I'll let you know why. Because, so this is the skill you're talking about, right? Increase NP gauge and debuff resist. And notice how after debuff resist, it says level 4, 3 turns. Now the level 4 is the important part, and that's because that means every time you level up the skill, the debuff resist levels up. It becomes more powerful. But see how in the NP gauge, it just says increase NP gauge. It says nothing else. That means it does not scale at all with the level. Now, you might still want to level it up to 6 or 10, because every skill in this game gets a cooldown reduction of 1 at 6 and then another one at 10. So you could lower the cooldown from 8 to 7 and then to 6. Obviously that takes a lot of investment, but all you'd be doing is reducing the cooldown. You wouldn't be affecting the NP gauge gain at all. So in my opinion, unless you're really planning to use her a lot, you should probably not spend any on that. Maybe up to level 4 if you have the spare gems. Encore team with Umu, Drake, Robin, Nursery. Oh, that's the Extella, right? Umu, Drake, Robin, Nursery. Yeah, those guys are in from Extella. Oh, you only wanted the cooldown? Yeah, if the only thing you care about the cooldown, then I would say you should not, like, don't worry too much about leveling it up yet. You know, maybe get it up to 6, but, and that's gonna take a lot of bones, which is fine, I guess. But yeah, like, again, unless you're planning to use Gray a lot, and if you are, good for you, you should then level up all her skills up to 10. But if you're not, I would say the third skill, not that high a priority in my opinion. Just yeah, just because of the fact that it does not, the NP charge does not scale at all with skill. Super stall, is this for the CQ? Yeah, this is for the challenge quest. I wouldn't say this is a super stall team, but I just wanted to beat Maaya Sakamoto with Maaya Sakamoto because, you know, how many chances of that do you get? Emi Assassin, Waver, Tamama. That's a pretty strong team. Yeah, Slate and your skills look sort of pretty to look at as well. Yeah. So yeah, I would recommend in that case, Drunk, going for 666. You know, I think that makes sense. 666 is a, you know, good point where you'll have all the cooldowns reduced by 1. And the other 2 skills at least are pretty useful, right? But in my opinion, if I'm leveling up Gray, I don't know which of her first 2 skills scales better actually, but I would go with one of those 2 because of the fact that they each offer a damage buff. I'm guessing the middle one scales better because it's only for 1 turn. Oh no, but it also offers an invul, so maybe it doesn't. But yeah, I'd go for the first 2 skills for priority because generally, in my opinion, I think it makes sense to raise skills that, well, they scale your ability to do damage. I think that generally tends to be the best payoff, at least for a damage unit. You know, for support unit, a lot of different cases can occur. No, that's not a good CE on her. Not bad. Yeah, this is kind of a wonky team. I've never taken Jack with 2 Jeans. Actually, let's do this because, yeah, we already have 2 supports in the front. Gray's NP charge to 10. Oh, for the cooldown, yep. Yeah, I mean, if you're using her a lot, those extra 2 turns of cooldown, or 1 extra from level 6 to level 10, that's huge. It makes a huge difference. So, you know, I would say it's an investment well worth making. Yeah. Like you said, it might not matter for 3 turns, but how often are you doing 3 turns? I'm not. I'm not doing them very often at all. I'm not somebody like Toho Sniper who has just these incredible setups with, what, I don't know how many super scopes that guy has, but he has enough to fill in a full team with them. Yeah, I don't do that. So let's see. I'm not sure what the best use of their skills will be, but I think everyone's 10-10-10, so that's good. I can get Jack's NP up. Well, not to full, but I can work on getting her NP up. The hand's kind of messy, but yeah, let's do this. So nice thing is that this Jean is immune to the first, how many debuffs? Three of them. So there's a decent chance that she can eat Waver's NPs without getting the what is it? The stun or the curse. And I believe those only count as 1 because they both try to land at once. So yeah, they both only count as 1 in that 1 NP instead of eating up 2 of her NP gains. Martha's interlude being up. Oh yeah, is there a new interlude for her? I didn't see. But yeah, if any interludes you can do, of course, will help, right? If you can, yeah, do it for the Saint Quartz and all that. And Martha's a very good unit. You mentioned earlier that she was one of the few units you have. She's usually not that useful, I'll be honest. But when she's useful, she is very useful. Because of her very flexible ability to take away buffs and take away your own debuffs. Now I'm kind of stuck here between using the arts chain from this Jean or an arts chain that involves both Jeans. Let's use both Jeans. I think, yeah, the extra 20% NP is well worth it. Yeah. Oh, hello Nat. Yeah, thank you for coming by. Yeah, double Jean. So this is my second attempt. My first attempt involved Jean, Shiki, and Merlin, but sadly Shiki's damage output just wasn't high enough, and Also, Alexander decided to just bust down Merlin immediately, so that was poor luck and poorly planned and poorly executed. Just poor job all around. Didn't do that well, so I thought this time I shouldn't take Shiki as my DPS because she doesn't have an event buff. But why not bring Double Jean instead? Because hey, that's another Maaya Sakamoto character. Oh, Drunk, you have Martha Ruler too. I didn't know. That's great. Martha Ruler's a fun character to play in my opinion. She's, I mean, you know, she's a buster. She's got a buster deck, so she's all about dealing damage. Her class does hold her back a little bit because as a ruler she doesn't have class advantage against anyone other than what? Moon Cancers, I think? And obviously Berserkers. But I think, I mean, you can try to support her properly, then you can get a lot out of her. Shiki isn't the problem. No, Shiki isn't the problem, it's the event that's the problem. If the event was actually good, they would just give Shiki the event buff. They'd give her the best one too, right? They'd give her like the 120% damage buff. That's better than the 100% buff that the event 5-star gets. So it's really the event's fault. It's not mine. And it's certainly not Shiki's fault. But we knew that at the start, right? So nice thing here is that the back Jean didn't get any sort of stun or curse because of the debuff immune. So I think I can count on the back Jean to survive the first 3 NPs from waiver just fine. Yeah. Because I mean, I guess there's the chance that Alexander will use his charm, because he does have that. But so far he hasn't used it. Like, I can't even remember once that he's used it in the fight. Either this fight or the time that I beat it in Korea, in my Korean account over the weekend. Alright, time to... So I'm still at least 2 turns away, I think, from needing Jean's NP, so I'm gonna just go all in on Jack's Brave Chain. And this should do a shit ton of damage. I think, I'm pretty sure this will break Alexander's bar. Yeah. Let's see. Oh my goodness, Nat. You still have 40 missions to go? Well, I hope you're working on it right now, because, yeah. Well, I guess it partly depends on the missions, but at least this event, you don't have to deal with waves of enemies that are multi-lined, right? Where you can theoretically 3-turn them, even if you, let's say, you don't 3-turn them, which is more likely, at least when it comes to my case. I think I'll save Jack's NP for next turn. With the arts crit, the back Jean can get her NP up next turn for sure. So I'll use that, definitely. But maybe along with that, I'll try to get the front Jean's NP up as well. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So, I'm gonna really... Yeah, with the arts crit, I really have no worries. You're working on it. You can do 20 tonight. Yeah, I hope so. I think you could pull it off. Definitely, it's doable. But yeah, it'll just take a lot of grinding, obviously, right? But yeah, I mean, don't worry about it if you can't end up doing it either, right? You're missing out on what? Some materials, a lore, and yeah, and maybe some gold foes, but ultimately those are not such huge losses. It's the grails, of course, that are, at least in my opinion, the biggest. The lores, oh, you'd be missing out on 2 lores, right? Because you'd need to finish the event to unlock the challenge quest. So yeah, unfortunately the lores are kind of a big loss, right? You find it more and more difficult to motivate to do the events. Yeah, I hear you. I'll say I'm not quite in the same boat. I still enjoy FGO and I'm still enjoying doing the events and all that, but I'm finding myself less motivated to grind as hard as I used to. Or to keep on top of things as efficiently as I used to. Because before I used to look up guides and stuff beforehand so that I could use my AP in the most efficient way possible, and you know, save my apples for only the most efficient events, etc., things like that. But now I'm finding I'm letting my AP cap and just, you know, coming back to FGO at some points when I feel like it, and then spending apples if I need to catch up, etc. And yeah, I think I'm enjoying FGO a little more that way, actually. Or I think it's a more healthy relationship to have with FGO. Unfortunately, I think one bad part is that the reason I'm having a more healthy relationship with FGO is probably because I'm having a less healthy relationship with Genshin Impact, right? That Genshin Impact it's a similar game in a lot of ways, a different game and also a very different game in a lot of ways, but it's a game that requires a lot more time commitment. Oof. There's a lot of good choices I can make here. One option is to use Jack's NP, another is to use Jean's NP and use the arts chain to help charge up the back Jean, but the option I think I will go with is using the back Jean's NP, or arts chain, to help her get her NP back even faster. And that way now I have double NP ready to go, which means I can use one of those Jean's NPs right now without worry. I'll stun Alexander. Main priority is NP5 Gray. Oh yeah, right, I forgot. Yeah, NP5 Gray, that's definitely the #1 priority, right? By far. You definitely want to get that welfare servant. So yeah. Alright, so actually I didn't need to stun. Ooh, it doesn't matter. The stun is on a short enough cooldown that, and since I have 2 of them, I'm never gonna worry about needing it when I need it. But yeah, because I could have used one of Jean's NPs, which I think I will use one of Jean's NPs right now. But which one? The front one, because that way I can use an arts chain. Yeah, arts brave chain with her. NP5 Gray, I haven't used her too much. I think, yeah, for the event, I guess I haven't done a whole lot of rider nodes, and since Iskandar has event buff, I've decided to prioritize using him when it's against the Berserker wave, because I almost never use him, so why not bring him out? And also, he's a very, very strong servant, so for clearing waves, it's obviously very useful. Yeah, how many turns of... So I might need to just go ahead and... Actually, if I save Jack's NP for next turn so I can dodge... No, there's the chance that Jack is gonna get stunned, so I'll just go ahead and use her NP this turn and try to cycle her NP, because she is very, very good at recharging her NP. So initially I thought, okay, I'll go with Jean and then Jack, but then I realized Jack's NP overcharge is useless against Alexander because Alexander's not female. But then doing this, I get more defense. It's either defense or HP. It's more HP. But then I realized that'll reduce the arts NP gain of this card. But then I realized that the NP gain of that card is already high enough that I don't need to worry too much about buffing it with the starting arts card. You appreciate the character. Oh yeah, the Mellow anime. Or Mellois. Actually, that's one that I haven't watched. I guess at this point there's a lot of Fate content that I haven't watched. Oh, was there a Prisma Ilia movie some years ago or something? Maybe. I feel like there might have been that I missed. That would be should probably be my highest priority if I want to try to catch up on Fate content. But like, I haven't even watched any Babylonia anime, And they're gonna make a Camelot anime too, right? I've been kind of curious how they will make an anime like that that's based on a story of a gacha game, right? Where you're diving right into the middle of the story, right? I mean, it's the beginning of a chapter of the story, but still, you still have a whole setup and cast of characters that like the typical viewer might not have. Ugh. I'm tempted to use the debuff cleanse on Jack. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I've been managing to keep everyone pretty healthy so far, so I feel like when I need it, I'm gonna have it off cooldown again. Because I really like the idea of using Jack's Brave Chain to help get her NP up. Oh right, Fate Grand Carnival, right. I forgot about that. That's probably the next one I'm gonna watch, actually. That's really... That's what I'm looking forward to. Especially after that first episode that you shared. I mean, it was a good intro, I guess. It left me wanting more. It whet my appetite while leaving me wanting more, so I guess that's the job of... Cards that I'm gonna go with here are actually... Yeah, this is a good combination of damage and NP gain. Yeah, because I will say the jokes were not in that first episode, not like ingenious or anything, not, you know, nothing amazing, but also they were simple, funny, and they introduced us to all the characters, and it's like it didn't blow me away, but it leaves me very hopeful that the show will be really good. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and use Jean's NP and hope, yeah, I'll use the back Jean's arts cards. So the idea here is to try to build up the back Jean's NP while also being protected this turn in case they in case Waver decides to charge Alexander's NP and then Alexander NP's, which would obviously be very troublesome for me. Okay, there you go. He decided to charge everyone's NP, but same difference. Alright, so I think based on my... This is the 5th time I'm fighting this quest. 3 times in Korea, and my 2nd time in NA. I'm thinking that the Waver AI is set up so that it's only ever just going to use skills. Because it only gets 1 move per turn. I wonder if you skill seal him, then he'll probably attack, but unless you do that... I'm gonna heal Jean. Jack's 3rd skill is a good one to use as often as possible because it's on such short cooldown. Now, I can save myself a turn of damage by stunning Alexander, because I still have another stun to use. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I think that's worth it for the defense. And... I'm gonna... I guess I'll use Jack's card for the purpose of the damage, but the idea here is to try to, again, get Jean's NPs up. And I think, yeah, did good work on getting the front Jean's NP up. Okay, that worked, that was fine. Now, Waver's gonna NP soon. I might be in a little bit of trouble here. Because if Waver NPs, and if the back Jean gets stunned, then I'm not gonna have a way to stun Alexander. Well, but the nice thing is we're getting close to the end of the fight, so that's another thing to consider. But for now, let's see if... I think Jack can rip off that break bar without using the dodge, as long as I use her Buster card, I think. Yeah, so I'm gonna use her Buster card as well as her NP, and I want to try to get the front Jean's NP up. So I'll do this. This is actually, no, this might be the most damage because placing Jack's Buster card first would have buffed the damage on Jean's Arts card up there, but placing Jack's Buster card second just buffs that Buster card because later cards have more damage. And I'm thinking buffing Jack's Buster card is more profitable because Jack has class advantage, she has event buff, and it's a Buster. So I think overall that was the winning move, or the right move. Right, so now here... I'm in a bit of danger because of the fact that if Waver stuns both Jeans, then I have no way to do invul. I mean, I do have ways to do invul, but I can't protect everyone. I can only protect 2 people. Jack might also get hit with the stun. But let's see. We'll just have to roll the dice and find out what happens. I think... yeah, I'm gonna use the back Jean's NP this turn. And that's because other than the 1 turn of invul, it does provide 2 turns of defense buffs. So next turn, if Alexander NPs, I'll have at least a defense buff. And I'll be able to charge the front Jean's NP fairly easily. Yeah, it's not going to take much because I only need another 10% from here. And pretty sure the arts card by itself can do it, but even without the arts card, the front Jean here has a Prisma Cosmos. So yeah, she's gonna get 8% for free. Alright, so we got a turn of invul, which is good, but who's gonna get stunned? That's the real question. Okay, the front 2 Jeans, that's bad. But I do have... okay, this can work because I can at least prevent the NP for this turn. And the debuff cleanse is still on cooldown. So I can't really do much here other than something like this. I don't think you get a buff from the first card when the first card is stunned like that, but I actually do not know. Okay, we can go with an Arts Chain and try to get the back Jean's NP up. So I think we've found a pretty good cycle. Maybe this might be doable with... yeah, now that I think about it, this might be doable with double Jean and Shiki. Because the double Jeans are so good at basically keeping everyone alive. But there's always the chance of a straight crit or... yeah, one character getting focused down with crits and just ruining your day. And also there's the issue that Jack has a healing skill, as you can see. But Assassin Shiki does not have a healing skill. In fact, she has the exact opposite of a healing skill. She has a skill that removes her own HP. So she is harder for... or she has some issues with her sustain on longer fights. Oh, okay, maybe that's over... how do you say? Overdoing it? Oversaying it? Maybe, yeah, that's not quite right. She doesn't really have issues, but I'd say she's not as able as Jack when it comes to surviving longer fights. Double Jean and Mash, yeah, that would work. It would just be... the event would be over before I even got through the second break bar. I'm sure I could get through the first one, but the second, no. Oh, hello, Seto Kaiba Sims Yugi. Okay, that's a funny name. Thank you for coming by. Sorry, it took me a while to respond. Was talking about the game. But anyway, yeah, that's a funny name. I don't know if that's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, that must be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Reference, right? It's Yugi. Yugi's the name of that character. I actually never watched Yu-Gi-Oh! But I know that whenever I mention one of my favorite anime, an anime called Kaiba, spelled K-A-I-B, or what is it? K-A-I-B-A. everyone seems to just respond, "Oh, you mean the character from Yu-Gi-Oh?" So I'm like, okay, I guess there's some famous character named Kaiba in Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, you literally never play Fate Grand Order. Well, I'm happy to have you here in any case. That's interesting that you decided to come by, even though you don't play Fate Go. Do you know anything about the Fate like franchise? Because I imagine even if you don't play Fate Go, some people might enjoy like maybe art from Fate Go if you like the Fate franchise. Also have Kaiba, his name is Dainsleif. Oh, is that the same voice? Oh, is that why Kaiba is so famous? Does he have like a very, very manly, like deep, sexy voice that, you know, just makes you wet when you hear it? That kind of thing? Yep, okay, I see. That's alright. Good for him, I guess, because I know that's what Dainsleif is known for among the Genshin fan base. So I'm like, okay, if it's voiced by the same guy, probably the same thing going on. Okay, so I have a couple of options here. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go hard. I always like to, maybe not always, but when I'm doing a challenge quest in FGO, I prefer to just go big. Yeah, I prefer to go big, and if I'm close to ending a fight, I'm gonna try to burst down. You've seen zero. Oh, sorry, I misread that. I thought you meant you've seen zero of any Fate content, but clearly you mean you've seen Fate Zero, Unlimited Blade Works, and Apocrypha. Let's see. Oh, he also voiced Brock from Pokemon? Okay. Well, sadly I never watched Pokemon in Japanese. I only watched it in English when I was a kid, which I'm sure many of us did. And, I mean, I think the English dub is actually legit very good, and especially the opening song. It's catchy as hell. I think the Pokemon might be one of the very, very few, possibly the only case where the English dub opening song is better than the original Japanese opening song. Oh, in English as well? Oh, really? Okay, so they actually got the same voice actors? Huh. I guess that also makes sense. Like if you're hired to voice a certain character, it's not surprising that similar what is it? Actors who get cast in the same role might get cast as well in another same role, given in different voices. Oh, okay. To be honest, I'm having a hard time remembering his voice. I remembered it kind of not being that much like Dainsleif, but more like a young man. Because he's supposed to be, what, like a guy in his 20s or 30s, right? Not middle-aged, not quite yet, but also quite older than everyone else. Because I think Misty's like a mid-teenager, and Ash was like a low teenager. Right, so I'm definitely going with the arts chain, but which cards am I prioritizing in order? I think I'll just go for straight damage, because I think one more NP from Jack should do it. In France, the French opening is also great. Really? I should check that out. Kinda curious. Don't know if I'll be able to find it. Oh, okay, maybe I can. Man, isn't Google great? But yeah, I feel like the English opening song was just really well written to be catchy for kids so that you can get them addicted to Pokemon and, you know, begging their parents to spend their money and go into debt or whatever, buying Pokemon cards and video games, etc. It was just, yeah, masterfully done. Alright, I need to use a stun. And, oof, I'm kinda... Okay, I guess I do need... No, I don't need. I do not need next turn, the invul. Brock and James have the same voice actor. Really? I didn't know that either. Huh. James from Jesse and James, eh? Those bad guys. Oh yeah, I remember Meowth was always my favorite character. I guess I've always been more of a cat person than a dog person, even though I like both. So I really liked Meowth, and I like the fact that he was the one Pokemon who could actually talk and everything. He had his wits about him. Alright, let's stun. Actually, that stun might have been wasted, because I think there's a decent chance that I'm gonna kill Alexander. Yeah. So let's go with that. Go big or go home. You were more into Yu-Gi-Oh cards, oh yeah? Okay, so I know Yu-Gi-Oh in the anime was a literal card game, right? Where you play cards and then real shit, magical shit happens or something. And I thought that was pretty neat. Again, I never watched it. I only caught this from seeing trailers and anime music videos and stuff like that. But it always occurred to me, like, you can't possibly do that with the actual card game, right? Oh, they're holograms. Okay, not magic. Okay, thank you. Aw. Well, did have class disadvantage, and that was the very first thing, first move Waver did that was not an attack, or was not a skill, sorry. That was an attack, right? More into dogs than cats. Until you saw your first cat girl. Well, yeah, but then what happened when you saw a dog girl, right? Because, you know, dog girls exist too. Well, sadly they don't. Neither do cat girls. But they exist in the same way any fictional concept does. So yeah, what happened when you saw a dog girl? Because I think dog girls are mighty fine too. Right? That's only for herself, right? Yeah, she has fairly selfish skills. I'm doing that just for the invul, really. Let's get some crit stars. Technically, there's murder in Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay. I guess, I mean, that both surprises me and doesn't, because kids shows can often have, in my experience, like, surprisingly dark shit with murder and such. Had to rip his eye out? Wait, who? Pegasus? Wait, is Pegasus a Yu-Gi-Oh reference? Because when you say Pegasus, I think of Bellerophon from Medusa. Well, or, you know, from Greek mythology. Actually, Bellerophone's not the name of the Pegasus, is it? Bellerophon, I think, is the name of the reins that she uses to control the Pegasus. But in the anime he wasn't killed? Huh. So, wait, Yu-Gi-Oh's based on what, a manga, I'm guessing? Is that how it works? Okay, so we can do invul all day, but I do want... I guess I should have planned for dealing with Elmaloy, because, yeah, I forgot about the fact that... Or I didn't forget, I guess, I just decided to involuntarily ignore. Let's say that. I didn't forget, I just decided to involuntarily ignore the fact that I have to deal with the caster at the end of this fight. Yeah. Oh, Pegasus is the creator of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the universe. That's really neat. Or, like, maybe not neat. Or it makes me think of the god character from No Game No Life, and but he had to rip his eye out because it's for kids. The manga's fucked up. Really? Okay, but did they kind of kidify it for the cartoon? Because I remember when I was a kid. Again, grew up in America for the most part. I saw advertisements and everything for Yu-Gi-Oh, the cartoon. I guess that works, but now it's double Jean Mosh. Alright, so I'm gonna just try to get Mosh killed, I guess. She has the lowest amount of HP, she doesn't have class advantage, and... Oh yeah, let's just go full DPS mode with this team. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. As long as I have these three on the field, I'm just gonna go each and every hand, I'm gonna choose what I believe does the most damage. That's gonna be the one and only criteria. That said, I will activate skills. I'll save Masha's... no need to save Masha's skills. I kind of want her to get out of the way. Let's use her Brave Chain. Let's see, we're at 34 turns with him with 370k, roughly. Now at about 350k. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can beat this before turn 40. I doubt it. I might not come even close, actually. But let's see if I can do that. I think I'm not gonna come even close. Let's see. But I do have a very strong hard hitter in the back. And that's one reason why I want Mosh to get focused down, ideally. At least we can make a lot of crit stars, and Jean does have good crit star draw. Let's go with that. Which means, well, I'll be critting, even although I'm not getting a lot of crit stars. Alright, who's gonna get stunned? Ah, alright, I guess I can live with that. But I just hope I don't get a lot of Mosh cards. Yeah, let's make some more stars. And go with that. Yeah, I'm not even gonna come close to 40. Maybe 50? I think 50 is doable, actually. So it's... if I had to bet, it would be somewhere between 45 and 50 that I'd end this. I should also just use the stuns. That'll save me some time. And in terms of damage, actually this does the most damage even though it doesn't use the Buster card. Because it is a Brave Chain, I get that extra hit. And also because it's all same card, or same color Brave Chain, you get an extra buff on the damage on that extra card. I don't know the exact amount of that buff, but you know, it is a buff, so why not take it if they offer it to you. And I think overall that outdoes the Buster starting. Yeah, I'm quite sure it outdoes. Oh shit, I had the order reversed. Okay, that was not the most possible damage. Okay, so actually this is gonna end a lot sooner than 45, I guess. Here. So Herc should be able to end this in 3 turns. 2 turns if he was the only one on the field, I think. Oh no, this is not my level 100 Herc from my current account, so this should take at least 3 turns. But more than 6 days? You mean less than 6 days before we have Viola? I thought, or we have like around 6 days, right? That's the count. Oof. Man, that's annoying. Okay, I'm gonna just, yeah. If even one of those Jeans didn't have... Damn. Okay, good. 8 through 1 guts. Time to remove that for... Yeah, because the curse damage can just eat away at the guts, which is always a pain. Alright, so we actually might end it right at 45 or maybe even 46. Some crits by Herc would be nice, but given that how much given how much more star weight that... Okay, how many guts does he have left? Just one, right? Yeah. So there's a chance that he might get murdered this turn, so I'm gonna give him the invul. And worst case scenario, I guess I can use the front Jean's NP. Oh nice, got the crit. But yeah, I was saying because the Jeans have quite high star weight, that does mean that it's a fairly low chance of her ever critting. Right, stun him. Yeah, that defense buff is pretty annoying. But what can you do? Yeah. More than... days are too long to wait. Hey! Before you know it, he'll be here. Or she'll be here. I was trying to think of the banner. It'll be there here. And you'll be able to pull her. You'll have the artifact set up. And then you'll be able to use her to just blow through the abyss and all that shit. Which, I mean, you can already do, but you know what I mean. She's gonna be just poppin'. I'm sure she's gonna be very good, right? No matter what, like, unless there's some sort of surprise, huge debuff that they give her at the very end before they release her. I feel like everything that's leaked about her tells us that, you know, like, obviously you have to actually play to really get a sense, but based on everything that people know about the game in terms of the numbers and the math, she's supposed to be very good. And I really do like the idea of that having a skill or a buff that stacks time-wise instead of power-wise. It's like power-wise obviously is very powerful. It's very good to have, especially for a game like Genshin where doing a lot of damage over a small period of time is sort of the goal. I don't know if this Herc can pull this off. He does have his attack buff, but he is level 80 rather than... Okay, he's gonna do it. Stay to wait. That is true also. An additional roll, so... But also, once Eula comes out, you'll still have another 3 weeks. I almost said 30 days. You'll still have another 3 weeks to keep saving up Primo Gems to get every last consolation you can get out of her. Okay. But anyway, yeah, got the lore here, so I'm pretty happy with that. Took longer than I expected, but I guess going in with 2 Jeans, I really should have known what to expect. Even if she's bad, you're gonna play her as your main DPS. Yeah, and I think that's great. I think that's how anyone should play the game. And even if she's bad, she's at level 90 and you give her the best artifacts, she's gonna be good, right? Maybe she won't be god tier like Ganyu is at level 90 and with godly artifacts, but she'll still be good. Every character will be good if you build them up that way. Yeah, so as you can see, I bought at the shop, and I guess I just need about 600 more. But yeah, I got the lore, so I'm happy with that. Thank you. Appreciate the notion. Now I currently have 8 lores, so I'm happy to spend 2 more. But I'll probably do that off stream at some point. Not sure who I'm going to spend it on yet. But I have another game I kind of want to get to. So let me just switch over my... Also, actually, before I go to the other game, maybe I'll just celebrate by doing 1 pull. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to freely spend 1 pull. No, I actually haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, I just haven't had time, but also it's like... I guess I'll definitely watch it, but because I'm not in a hurry to build up Jean, right? Because I'm not gonna get her anytime soon, most likely. Because I'm not in too much of a hurry to look up how to build her. But those videos are definitely very helpful, so I like them a lot, and they've, like, for building some of my other characters, I found them very useful. That guy really, like, I appreciate that he knows his stuff, but also he puts it together in a package that's really easy to understand and yeah, do stuff with. Okay, so as you can see, we have the class specific summon, which I don't care for. There's no class other than extra, I guess, that would interest me. Unfortunately, there's the chance that I'll get Assassin Emiya, which I wouldn't care for, but let's just do a pull, see what I get. His Jean do so much damage? Oh yeah? Yeah, imagine, like, building up Jean strong. You can build her like any DPS, right? A lot of crit rate, crit damage. Go in with a 2-piece Viridescent, 2-piece Glad, maybe 4-piece Viridescent, depending on how you want to use her. But alright, so that pull went about as I'd expected. But let's switch over to this other game that I wanted to play. Picking up where we left along. Yesterday, let's see. I have it here. And let me also switch up my stream information. Yeah. Okay, so the stream should be changed. And okay, I think the controller is working and everything. Yeah, I always get a little concerned with when I'm starting to play Devil May Cry because of the fact that the latency matters a lot with the controls, so I want to make sure that everything's working fine, because it would get very frustrating if there was even just a little extra latency.
Let's wrap up this crazy party.
Alright, so mission 18. So we're down to the last 3 missions of the game.
Gotta clean up the mess father left behind.
And these are, in terms of mission design, probably some of the simplest, but also there's some of the most fun. Right. Just that. And now for this, I'd probably be switching style and such a bunch throughout, but I think I'll start with Trickster just because Trickster is the easiest one to use. And for this opening one, let's try using Nevin. Yeah, Nevin's a fun one to use. And volume up. Yeah, let's just go ahead and activate that. The extra bats help out a lot. Yeah, I don't remember what the fastest way to traverse this is, but yeah, I think using some combination of dash, dash, stinger, dash, dash, stinger, dash, dash, stinger. And was there some sort of secret behind here? No. Here we go. First fight of the mission. So this is a setup that might look very familiar depending on one's experience with a certain board game. Unfortunately, these guys do not follow the same rules as that board game. So I can't just you know, predict perfectly where they're gonna be standing. Okay, there's the... Okay. There we go, got that pawn down. Oof, almost got hit there. Oh, damn it. I stingered right into the queen dashing. Alright, one nice thing... Oh, shit. So, I'd forgotten about a lot of the mechanics in this fight. But one of them is that if you attack the king while there's a rook on the field, the king and the rook will just switch places immediately. So it can be very helpful to either kill the rooks first, or another option is to keep the rooks and the king near each other so that even once they switch places, you can still damage them very easily and quickly. Oh yeah, also it's important to use the gun often, because well, it's just free damage. Don't remember your chess games looking like this? Yeah, right? It'd be a lot, quite frankly, a lot less fun, I guess, if chess was like this. It's like, this is fun in its own way, but I think chess is more fun the way it is than a bunch of, I don't know, statues moving around a board, getting killed by a guy in a red trench coat. It's like, there's only so much strategy that you can work into this. Okay, let's keep going at... Oh shit! Ah, I saw the queen there too. Queen is such a bitch. So hard to deal with. Ah! Okay, that one I saw a little too late. I should have been better prepared. Okay. Yeah, also, I keep forgetting that I need to taunt often. Taunt is basically free double trigger, which is very huge. Getting more of those in terms of, if we're considering this in terms of DPS terms, or Genshin terms, calling a character a DPS, taunting pays off dividends very hugely in terms of that. Let's get rid of that knight. Alright, good. Yep. The fight can be ended a lot more quickly if you just focus target the king, because once the king's dead, the entire fight ends. But focusing targeting the king is also not that easy. Again, partly because he keeps switching places with the rook whenever you attack him, unless you kill the rooks first. Now, was there a secret behind this? No, I guess not. Okay. So, now, do I bother dealing with this, guys, or do I... Yeah, let's kill these guys first, because I think there's a secret behind the foot statue. Yeah, at least there's something to do with real chess, right? Yeah, right? So they took moves that were definitely inspired from real chess, but definitely nowhere not like real chess, right? So the rooks can only attack horizontally or vertically. The bishops can only attack diagonally. The knights can hop up and down, which is kind of different from the, you know, over and sideways, right? And the queen is just the queen. She can do anything. Well, she can't jump, I guess, so she can't do what the knight can. Yeah, she can do this. She can move like pawn or the bishop, I guess, but not like the knight. One thing that Genshin definitely gets right in terms of third-person action is the movement, or the feel of the movement anyway. Like if you took the Genshin movement system and completely removed the stamina, oh man, that would work really well for a third-person action game. I love the feeling of momentum. You can tell in Devil May Cry there isn't much of a sense of momentum. As soon as I stop pressing one direction on the D-pad, Dante stops moving. Or not on the D-pad, on the joystick. Dante stops moving in that direction. There's very little in the way of yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give this one attempt. If I fall down at any point, I'm just gonna give up, because this is a shitty secret mission among secret missions. I'll just do it some other time, so that doesn't count. Because, what is it? Wait, where's the next thing? The, okay. Alright, so that's something I can do. Let me just figure... So, yeah, platforming in Devil May Cry is awful. Like, I've never seen a single platforming puzzle in this game, or in any Devil May Cry game, I think, that has been anything other than just absolute dog shit. Not even a mediocre one. No, they're just complete dog shit. So, this is a secret mission, which all secret missions have some thing that you have to do that is kind of a more difficult version. Oh, there's the platform. A more difficult version of what you'd normally be doing in the regular game. Okay, I'm pretty close to giving up. There's not... Okay, actually, I'm gonna try to get to that point. Yeah, I feel like I figured out something that I can do here. Maybe I can just do... At least I happen to have the right style for this. Okay, so that door is actually an exit. It does not get me what I want. Okay, so at least I have a bit of an insurance area here. Also, the camera... Without music, you get bored a lot? Oh yeah? What do you mean without music? Do you mean you like listening to music when you do stuff? Or like when you play chess? Okay. Yeah, time to give up. This isn't worth struggling through for a blue orb that it doesn't really give me any benefit anyway, because I'm never going to be worrying about my HP other than it being full. Alright, so, you know what? So the first run here I'm gonna do is just gonna be 3. Because the puzzle here, not much of a puzzle. Where's the actual... I don't remember which 3 you have to beat in order to do this, but where's the actual door? I want to find the door. Ah, there it is. So it's... You need to make a loop, basically, and the smallest loop you can make is white, green, and blue. But when I do this in Dante Must Die mode, I'll probably do it in... Or before, maybe even before, yeah, because you do get a reward for beating all of them. I should switch my weapon though, because what is it? Nevin is not a great weapon against this guy. Nevin's more of a crowd control kind of weapon. Yep. I love the fact that he can... that the enemy, the boss here, can stop his combo, his 3-hit combo, which he just did there, at any time. And he adjusts his reaction, whether or not he stops his combo, based on where you are relative to him. So you can actually make him complete the combo, or you can also make him stop the combo at some point. And I appreciate that when they designed the game, they decided to make him do that. Because I feel like it would have been easy for them to just make it so that it either always triggers or it doesn't, right? Or they could have versions where he does 1 hit, he does 2 hits, and then he does 3 hits, and that's set from the beginning. But based on them playing the game, I've noticed again that he actually reacts to your position and action. Ah, that was dumb. Shouldn't have attacked there. Oh, that's a tough one. I don't like that attack. I think I was too far away for the taunt to land. Okay, I think we've entered the final phase. Oh, okay, I dashed right into that. Oof, right. Loving the iframes. Oh, there we go. Let's try to do some damage. Yeah. Yes, yeah, one thing I should keep working on in terms of getting better is being able to iframe through attacks, because from Genshin I've gotten more used to not depending on iframing. Just the stamina cost of dodging is so high that it's rare that iframing through a dodge or through an attack is a good idea. There are usually better defensive strategies than that. But in this game, iframing through enemy attacks is, well, it's a big, you should try to do it consistently all the time. That's not a bad idea. Oof. Oh no. Okay, I did do quite a bit of damage to him there because I knocked one of those things. Ah, shit. Ah. Yeah, that attack I've never figured out how to properly dodge. Okay, the good. Oh shit. Yeah, it's like you can use Royal Guard to block them, which is doable. But other than that, I've never figured out a way to dodge. Oh my god. Okay, and I dodged right into his attack there again. I might die here. Alright, let's heal up. Alright, let's try to play a little safer. Because there are areas or that I know of where he is the most vulnerable. Or he is safely vulnerable. There we go. You already did 15, nice! Only need 25. Yeah, you're almost halfway there already. So, yeah, hopefully you'll be, with luck, you'll be able to get even more than 20 done tonight. So you'll have even less to do tomorrow. Alright, so that's one down. Yeah, you can see I'm playing nowhere near perfect. But what can you do? Just gotta keep working at it and get better. Let's see, which enemy... I think that's Agni and Rudra. So for Agni and Rudra, funnily enough, Agni and Rudra, the weapon, is pretty useful against them. One thing I do love about Devil May Cry games is the fact that with New Game Plus, you get to play the exact same game in sequence again, except... Okay, where's the actual goddamn statue? I wanted to switch my loadout. Yeah, except with all the weapons that you got. Unlock missions you had already finished. Oh yeah, that's always really satisfying when that happens, right? Let's stick with Elena Ann for now. Trickster. Let's use Swordmaster. Yeah. Because against these guys, the rolls offer enough in terms of the ability to dodge. Wait, which colors did I have to do again? Was white one of them? I know green was. This is why... Oh wait, I ended up right back there. Yeah, it's too bad in DMC3 they hadn't implemented a sprint function. Green and blue, okay. Like in DMC4. DMC4 there's a sprint ability where it's just, if you keep walking in one direction, for a long time, your character will just start sprinting. And as long as you kept the momentum up, your character wouldn't stop sprinting. Ah, shit. Alright, let's work on the cryo one. The cryo one. Let's work on the ice one, the Saint Genshin Impact. Well, we have a pyro and a cryo enemy, as you can see, right? Oh, come on, this is... Okay, I guess one thing is the Agni and Rudra weapon just doesn't hit fast enough to make the counters consistent. So I shouldn't rely on the Agni and Rudra weapon for getting the counters off unless I time it, which yeah, that's gonna be hard. Yeah, there we go, got his. Ah, shit. I was caught in an animation that I should have played it more safely. Thankfully I have the infamous Pyro Archer Dante, right? Yeah, he's the only archer that uses a gun and a sword. He's like Tartaglia, except with a gun. With 2 guns, in fact. Damn it. Alright, I'm playing very poorly right now. I need to be a little less aggressive. And the camera also needs to work with me a little here. Okay. Let's get out of the corner. I prefer to stay away from... or stay away from being between those two, I guess. Yeah, let's just jump to dodge those instead of trying to counter them, because the counter is getting me killed. Okay, got him hurt. Let's focus on the red one now. Ah, shit! I was caught in an animation that I couldn't cancel. Ah, oh no, he came... Ah, so normally I can count on bosses not doing that, where they attack you from off screen, but I guess that was an exception. There we go. Alright, so again, very messy, but again, these guys aren't that hard, so managed to eat through them pretty quickly, or eat through their HP. Let's see, just a moment. Okay, yeah, I was just checking my work email. They dropped some good milliliters. Oh yeah, right. I guess they do. They're not dissimilar to the whole, what is it? Geobishop enemies. With 2 different, okay, so that's, what, light blue? Yeah, 2 different elements too, right? Let's see, where was light blue? Okay, yeah, it's this one. Good. This is a fun one. I will be going in with low HP, so gonna have to play it safe. I don't have... And I don't have the Trickster style. But... ah, shit. Come on, is he close enough? Ah, keeps staying too far for me to taunt proper. Oh shit. Alright. Okay, so that was just careless of me. I didn't, I saw that he was charging up. I've been having trouble with recognizing which animations I have are capable of being cancelled and which ones aren't. So, you know, I should have just been more careful. If only I had Barbara C6. Yeah. Yeah, she could revive me, right? I could, not worry about death. But in this game, no, Drive isn't worth leveling up. I'd rather Rising Dragon, yeah. And I would like to work on Nevin. Alright, back to the chessboard. And this time, let's not worry about the angels. Let's just go right to the boss fights. And I've also memorized which boss fights are needed, so that should save some time as well. But the chess fight is... I've been able to do it faster before, but generally I don't. Shit. Okay, so the amount of time I need to cancel an animation is a little longer than I remembered it being. But anyway, one of the things about this mission is if you want to get S score on it or something like that, you also need to actually get the red orbs, which you lose out on the red orbs if you win by killing the king right away. So basically the way to consistently... Oh, I didn't see that lined up. The way to consistently get S rank on this mission is to actually manually kill every single chess piece. Oh, right, I also forgot. If you let the pawns reach the end, they transform into different pieces. Never understood why they don't just transform them all into queens. I feel like that would be a worthy challenge. You have to deal with a whole shitload of queens. And it would definitely motivate you to keep the pawns from reaching the other side. Ah, so that one I heard. Yeah, the sound cues I need to pay much better attention to as well. Okay. Oof. That's a good dodge. Oh man. Alright, let's get rid of the knight. Ah! Man, the queen's wind-up is very short. Because, yeah, I thought I was safe from the queen at that point, but clearly I wasn't. Ah! Okay, I saw the queen that time, but I guess one thing is, I need to always keep in mind a mental model of where the queen is. That's definitely a factor. Because she can't catch me unawares. Because every time she does, it's very punishing. And she can hit you from anywhere on the field. Oh, what? That animation was not cancelable. You can kind of play around with the angles to keep the queen from being able to target you properly, because she can only do perfect diagonal, 45 degrees, or horizontal. But given sort of the precision involved, I don't think that's worth trying to pull off. Not unless there's like a really easy or convenient case that I can see. Hey look, it's Jean's healing field. Oh shit, saw that one coming. Yeah, can't get careless. And this being normal mode, the amount of HP these guys have just isn't all that much. And even then I'm struggling, so hopefully I'll get a lot better. Because at this point, the Rebellion is built up as high as it will be. The Rebellion will never do more damage. Or, the Rebellion being the name of the sword that Dante has. So, but meanwhile, the enemies will get more HP in the higher difficulties. Now, I do believe every enemy of one type in the game has the exact same HP and attack values. So, if a same enemy you fight at the beginning, you fight at the end, that enemy has the exact same HP and damage values as before. So let's use Swordmaster, because and I like the shotgun for this actually. Agni and Rudra works. Now, can I buy nothing? Maybe it's about time I leveled up my guns. Yeah. And next opportunity I get, I'll also level up what do I want to level up? The Dante's... Oh shit, right, I don't have Trickster equipped. Okay. That one's easy enough to dodge. Okay, so for some reason the taunts don't seem to be working. Yeah, I'm right there and the taunts aren't working, so... Okay, it wasn't a case of being too far away from the enemy. It just doesn't... These bosses don't seem to recognize taunts. It's kind of a pain. Alright, are you gonna do your dash? I love the design of this boss. I like how it has these 3 heads that it can just move from position to position, which is a version of Cerberus that I'm not sure if I've ever seen Cerberus depicted like that, where his head can rotate, because that's clearly biologically not possible. Well, maybe not, I don't know if it's literally impossible, but it certainly would be incredibly unusual and difficult to pull off. Mechanically, it'll be quite doable with a lot of methods, right? But biologically, a dog that like that, I mean, obviously 3 heads is quite something to begin with, but if we're assuming it's just has 3 heads, which I don't know, do some animals have more than 1 head? Certainly you can have Siamese twins with more than 1 head, right? Even though they're not quite what you'd call regular humans, or the typical human. They're highly atypical, you might say. The yellow head, or the yellow-eyed head, is sort of the worst one. Because, oh right, at different phases too, he gets more icicles. But the icicles that fall are kind of a pain to dodge. And while you're dodging them, he can do that, which can... Oh yes, so that's one reason why I've been focus targeting the yellow one. Now I don't remember what the best one to get rid of next is, but we'll get rid of one of them and then see what happens. Maybe whichever one presents a meteor target is the one that I'll go after. Oh shit, right. Is that one, is that attack? Right, that's fine. Okay. Oof, yeah. Right, he shoots a big ass ice ball, eh? Alright, good. Killed another one of the 2 heads. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it's also quite fun in that when you actually fight the bosses in the regular story, you don't actually see any of their death animations because the game cuts into a cutscene where the boss is still alive and you kind of converse with them a little bit. Easier than the chess boss. Yeah, actually, I would say so. The chess mobs, actually, it's not even a boss, right? It's just an encounter. But it's one of my least favorite ones in the game. I don't find it that fun. It's kind of, it is hard, but it's hard in a way that I don't find that enjoyable. I guess part of it is that because they're chess pieces, they're statues, which I guess it makes sense that they're basically stone, so they have perfect hyper armor. They will never get staggered by anything you do. And I've talked about how much I dislike hyper armor before. But like I said, it makes sense that they would have hyper armor, so you know, it is what it is. And I appreciate that they decided to try, at least try, being a little bit creative with that. Not saying it was successful. I mean, at least it was successful in the sense that, you know, it's a memorable encounter in a game full of memorable encounters. And it's tough. So, you know, maybe it did the job. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, I switched to Artemis? Why did I do that? I must have not been paying attention. Oh, I think I mistook Artemis for Spiral. That's what it was. Because Spiral is the sniper rifle, which offers quite a lot of damage very quickly. Yeah, I was confusing Artemis for Spiral. But no AoE versus Kalina Ann, which is all AoE, but is very short distance. Unlike the... At first I was very disappointed in the Kalina Ann when... Oh, I can't even jump in this area, huh? Yeah, when I found out that it was way nerfed compared to the grenade launcher in... Oh. Yeah, grenade launcher in the first Devil May Cry. Because in the first Devil May Cry, the grenade launcher basically became the BFG of that game. It was like the weapon you'd always want to use. Maybe not always, but yeah, it was just super powerful. But here, the Kalina Ann is powerful, but certainly not up to that level. And part of it is that the Kalina Ann has a much lower range. The missile or the rocket explodes within just maybe like 5 meters of it being shot, very little. So you need to be very up close and to the enemy that you want to hit with that. Whereas the grenade launcher in the first Devil May Cry, as far as I can tell, I don't think it had a range limit. I think it was just as long as there's a space in the map, it'll go. Now, it's not like you're doing a whole lot of long distance fighting in Devil May Cry, but that extra range allowed you to kind of stay safe while attacking the enemy. So this setup that I'm using now is, I've heard some Devil May Cry fans call it the Bruce Lee something, the Bruce Lee setup, because you got the fisticuffs with Beowulf, and also you got the nunchucks. This jump canceling is not working for me right now. I don't know, the inputs feel really sluggish for me. Something going on. I'm gonna have to check on my settings later, but I think I can still struggle through this with the lower or the higher latency. Okay. Don't want to kill him too soon. Okay, that's fine. Oh, Come on, jump, you fool. Alright, let's stay out of that being in the middle between them. Okay. Oh shit. I think this is one area where having experience in the game before is actually hurting me a little, because I go in a little more cocky than I should be. Because the fact is, despite having so much experience in the game, I haven't played the game much in the last 10 years, so I am pretty rusty. So I should play it more safely. I think that's a lesson to take. His moveset is very cool like that. Yeah. Wait, whose moveset you mean? The Cerberus boss? Or this boss? Game like that to be efficient and stylish. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, now time to take on this dude and take on Beowulf. Beowulf, not that hard to take on with Trickster. I guess I'll stick to Trickster until the very end. Yeah, because yeah, I've been struggling, and I think I'll against Beowulf, Rebellion and Agni and Rudra I think is a good setup. Yeah, and these two, definitely the right setup. And let's take Trickster and go to face Beowulf. Now, I don't recall, but I do, or from what I recall, and I've never verified this actually, but I believe these bosses have significantly less HP than the actual bosses that you face in the story. No. Okay, the taunt does work against this guy. That's odd, because Cerberus... You can definitely taunt Cerberus. That's not something that's unique to Cerberus, that you can't taunt him, so... yeah, that one is a little confusing to me. So, yeah, keep the taunt going, good. Alright. So, I believe these are actually... It's possible for you to counter them. Oh! Okay. Yeah. So I haven't... I'm very bad at pulling that off. I'm actually surprised I managed to pull that off that one time. As you can see, I didn't pull it off the second time. And that's much more typical. I guess the key might be doing it a little earlier than I initially thought. Okay, getting close to the final phase, I think. Oh shit, I dashed the wrong way. See. Oh, that was too early. That one was just high. Also, I think I didn't get the timing right. Also too early. Alright, let's just forget about trying to do that. Not on this run. Okay. Go after his eyes, that'll be helpful. So because he has one good eye, that one good eye happens to be a weak spot, which if you can target it properly, you can do a lot of damage very quickly, but it's hard to hit it when... Oh shit! I didn't think I had got... I thought I'd gotten far enough. Okay, let's play it safer. Okay. Yeah, one thing is in Dante Must Die mode, it takes like 5 hits from this guy to kill you. And that's with a full HP bar, which I don't even... I think I have half a full HP bar right now. Because when you have a full HP bar, you actually have 2 bars across the top of the screen. Not fully across the top of the screen, but it's, yeah, partly way up. So you see 2 bars when it's fully maxed. So I'm not sure if I have even 1 bar. And that's the first time that's ever happened in my memory, where one of his pillars happened to be right on the teleport spot. Alright, finally. This mission is a fun one, but also, as you can see, I struggled with it a lot, and a lot of it comes down to just me not being as good at the game as I used to. This is a cutscene I haven't watched in a long time. Oh, there he is. Well, that's what Sparta looked like, Dante and Virgil's father. He was a demon, and his power is stored inside that sword. Okay, based on that, I'm guessing it's a C? Maybe even a D. C. D, okay. Yeah, the damage. Yeah, in order to get an S on the orbs, I think you do need to get the... kill all the chess pieces. And not only that, you have to be stylish while you do it, because you have to because the amount of orbs that you get when you when the enemy dies depends on what your stylish meter is at the time when the enemy dies. So that's a big incentive for keeping the stylish meter up. Okay, so for this one, I actually don't remember. I know this one's not just completely only a boss, but I don't remember the actual mission really at all. So I'm gonna go with a pretty generic setup that I know I can use to beat pretty much anything. Let's see, for the guns... No, instead of that, let's level this up. Oh, not the blue orb, the purple orb. Yeah. So, that means my double trigger explosion will be even more powerful. Oh yeah, it's these guys. Let's see, I do recall there was a bit of a gimmick in this fight, but what was it? Because these guys are basically, from what I recall, they don't actually die unless you kill them properly. Or maybe it's not this version. Maybe there's another, oh shit, version of this fight that is. I don't remember.
Come on, man.
Okay. Yeah, okay, you can ride him. Yeah. You can ride most enemies in the game, I think, but there are some that you can't, so I wasn't sure if this guy was one of them. Use that devil trigger explosion. Okay, so I don't think there's any secrets here. So let's go through the... I recall this is a... Oh yeah, I think this is one where... Yeah, I can't actually hurt these guys. What I can hurt are the... is the mirror that looks different from the others. So I believe all the other mirrors actually do show some mirror image, even if it's a little occluded or like cloudy or something. But this one, the one that you're supposed to hit, doesn't show a mirror image. It's like it shows a second image as if you're looking at a camera. Okay. Hope I'm doing this right. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, good. This. Okay, yeah, this is a kind of an odd choice for a fight encounter. Okay, this one I recall you're racing against time. But I don't recall much about the mechanics other than that. So there are 3 of them that you basically have to kill before time runs out. Oof. Oh wait, no, there's more. Or maybe you have to keep fighting them until time runs out? I don't recall exactly. Ah. Yeah, there's definitely something going on with the latency, and I wonder if it's just the PS4 controller on the PC? I don't know, I feel like I've experienced it a bit with Genshin as well, where the game won't respond in time. Okay. Alright, anyway, got that. I'm sorry. So I think that's what I need to insert into that other statue. As you can see, this is very much not really a puzzle or anything like that. It's just a sequence of rooms that you go through to fight. There we go. Okay, so I don't... Oh, also, is there a secret here? I don't think there is. No. Okay, so time for what is unfortunately not a very good boss for mission 19 on a 20 mission game. But not an awful boss. I'll give it that. Yeah, not awful. Just kinda disappointing. That said, he can be quite difficult, so we'll see if I can manage this.
It's like staring into a backed up toilet. Why do you always stick your nose in other families' business? Come on, dude. Don't you have any hobbies?
Family reunions are beautiful. Yeah, this game's just chock full of great ones, isn't it? I guess that is one of the main themes of this game, huh? A lot of I love that line. It's a lot of very dysfunctional family reunions. Let's see, I don't remember this guy's Qs very well at all, so let's see if I can do this. Because I find him such an unfun boss, I haven't fought him very many times. Only enough to be able to S-rank this mission. Oof. Okay, so I didn't quite recognize that Q at all. Yep, I recognize that Q. What's he doing? Okay, that's an attack here. Okay, yeah. So I remember this particular segment of the fight, or section of this boss fight, just being obnoxious and unfun. It's like, yeah, the Kalina Ann makes it so that it's not too difficult, but well, it does get difficult in the higher difficulty levels. But still, it's not that fun. It's like they knew that this boss was boring, so they added a bit of like extra to it, but the extra was also boring. Okay, I think I'm starting to get a better sense of when it's about to attack and everything. Oof, I think. Oh no, I didn't get hit. Okay. So it's like. Also, there is crowd control in this fight, right? But it's not the same kind of crowd control that you normally have in Devil May Cry. It's basically about getting them to chase you down so that they're all in one area so that you can do massive damage to them very quickly. This guy has more HP than I remembered. I guess that's part of the deal, that he has the power of Sparta and all that shit, so he's super powerful and everything. Oh. So if I manage to iframe through these guys' attacks, that also gives me some free double trigger gauge. Okay. Yeah, some of his animations I think I recognize pretty well. I recall, I think the first time I fought this guy, I beat him, if not on the first try, maybe the second try? Yeah, I didn't find him that hard, although he does get much harder in the higher difficulties. But I also, yeah, found myself just deeply disappointed. Like, you're supposed to face off against Sparta, I thought, but it's this kind of bad fight. Now this part of the fight is interesting. I'm not sure if I like it or dislike it. I've always gone back and forth on it.
Look at you, making a big dramatic entrance and stealing my spotlight.
What? You don't possibly believe that he deserves to be our main event now, do you?
Now that you mention it, you're right.
come to realize you cannot control the power of Sparta.
You're wasting your time, buddy. I think he needs to learn the hard way.
Alright, so let's see if I can remember how these controls work. Virgil follows down to... yeah, so it's like the doppelganger style. Okay, can I still... I think I can still use double trigger. So yeah, this is an interesting choice. I no longer have my style move, but in exchange, I can control Virgil. And every input that I do to Dante is actually also being sent to Virgil. It's a very interesting choice that they decided to do. And of course, Virgil is playable in this version of the game. He wasn't originally playable in the first release of Devil May Cry 3, but in the... what is it? In the re-release, which, what did they call it? Special Edition re-release, he was a playable character. So, clearly his moveset was already in the works. Oh, also, I think you lose the Devil Trigger, right? Yeah? I can't seem to Devil Trigger, yeah. For me, that seems like a bigger kind of weird issue, actually, now that I think about it. But, of course, this is a game that's designed around never taking damage, so fair enough. It's just, with Devil Trigger, you do lose out on some major damage. Oh shit, there's a third one! Oh wow, and he keeps using that attack. Hate that one. I guess I should try not to stay too far away. One nice thing is, the Virgil is invincible, so I can just kind of have him go in there and do attacks while Dante stays farther back and stays safe, relatively speaking. But it is hard to control it like that when you're controlling both characters with the same input. But there are ways to manipulate it to do stuff like that. Now, if I've seen people pull off some pretty amazing shit when they use this doppelganger style, which basically is this, except with the copy of Dante instead of another character like Virgil. But that's something I never... Ooh, that hurt a lot. Never figured out myself. Ah, okay. Yeah, that one attack where he shoots a bunch of what looks like a bunch of worms at you. Very hard to dodge. I haven't figured out a real consistent way to dodge it outside of using Trickster or Royal Guard, which Trickster gives you a whole lot more options for dodging, but you lose both of those styles when you're using Virgil, because he replaces your style button. Okay, almost there. It's a nice touch, right? Everyone wanted to see it. The two use each other's weapons, and now they do a little. And I'm realizing that, I mean, it's not an uncommon trope in general, but this reminds me of the director, so the director of the cutscenes in this movie, in this game, directed a movie called Versus, which is a really good action movie with sword and gunplay. Second part was fun? Okay. Well, glad you had fun watching it. It's pretty neat. I also always thought the graphics here looked
Classic
very
was always
janky.
dying words.
It seemed a little odd, like it was suddenly turned into N64 graphics. Ooh, I think that's an S rank. Yep, just the damage. Just getting hit so many times. Alright, time for the grand finale. But before I do that, let me just actually adjust the levels a bit. I noticed the game volume is actually very low from when I look at the levels, so I'm gonna adjust it up a bit. I'd forgotten that mission 20 starts with this particular cutscene. It's, I guess overall just a great mission. Great way to close out the entire game.
Why? How could I? I shall become a god. No one here can stop me.
So I guess at this point we're seeing that Arkham has completely broken down, right? He doesn't realize it's about to end.
You come to me.
Kind of does remind me a bit of like the arguments that Saddam Hussein was making on trial. He couldn't seem to recognize that he was about to be executed.
Please. Do you really want to shoot me? Can you shoot me? Your own father? What have I done wrong? Even heroic Sparta sacrificed a woman so that he could become a legend. I wish to be a god! And I sacrificed one miserable human being for that reason. That is all. Was that really so awful? I have some unfinished business to take care of. Help me, Mary.
Mary died a long time ago. My name is Lady. Goodbye, Father.
No!
Ah, that's nice. It's always very satisfying, that scene. I love how they edited it. Yeah, I remember this shot very well. Just so beautiful.
There, I thought I wasn't gonna cry.
Man, this is a game that I'd kill to see a proper remake, not just a HD re-release or HD reboot remake, I guess, but like a proper one with all new cutscenes, all new graphics, everything. So I'm gonna try doing this the hard way. Remaster, right, yeah, remaster, not a remake. Correct, thank you. So I'm gonna do this the hard way, which is use Royal Guard. Let's see. Yeah, the drive's not gonna help me at all in this fight. Not even a little bit. Yep, this is basically the classic setup for going into this fight. Except normally I planned or I practiced to be good at all styles in this fight because when it comes to spending time in the game, this mission is probably the one that I've spent the most time.
Well, I want yours too.
What are you gonna do with all that power, huh? No matter how hard you try, you're never gonna be like Father.
We're wasting time.
We are the sons of Sparta. Within each of us flows his blood. But more importantly, his soul! And now, my soul is saying it wants to stop you!
I love how at the end they do a great job bringing the cheesiness in terms of the lines and delivery. Like at the end of Devil May Cry 1, when Dante thought Trish was dead. The music, so good. Ah, okay. Oh right, he ends with the stinger. Okay, that one.
Come on, Whip. Now I'm a little motivated.
Okay, that attack I don't like trying to guard. Ah, okay. There we go. Yep, that's the power of Royal Guard. Ah, shit. Okay, I need to knock him out of this. Ah, okay, he's doing this one. At least I have some time to... Can I jump? Ah. Nope. Can't quite jump cancel. Ah, okay, I jumped right into that one. That's a very annoying one to try to... Oh shit, this one. Well, at least it's fairly easy to dodge. I once, or multiple times, I tried to do a Royal Guard on that. I have seen at least one person pull it off, but I've never managed to pull it off myself, not in full. I have to just run away. Okay, so that was actually fairly easy, I guess, because it's...
Being defeated?
What's wrong?
This is the...
You got?
technically the easy mode from Japan, so... Or from America, sorry. This was the normal mode in Japan. Did 20 missions, nice. The events... Yeah, I don't know, maybe next time you should try to get them done earlier, right? But, I mean, I guess if you can get it done at all, that's fine.
Even if that means killing you.
Yeah, I really like what they did with the water in that one shot. Just how they work it in with the slow-mo.
No one can have this, Dante. It's mine. It belongs to a son of Sparta. Leave me and go, if you don't want to be trapped in the demon world. I'm staying. The was our father's home.
There it is, until they meet again in Devil May Cry 1, except they don't recognize each other, or maybe Virgil recognizes Dante. There are parts of it that are a little unclear. Dante doesn't recognize Virgil until the very end. So yeah, Virgil's responsible for 6 of the best boss battles in the entire series. Yeah, it's too bad about DMC, what they did. They kind of tacked on a Virgil boss to the end of that as the final boss. And it just didn't work.
You're still here.
Like,
I need that back.
No late charges, I hope.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, it's also funny how DMC3, they tease this ship quite a bit. But
We should be fine for now.
in DMC1, of course,
I'll be
Dante's,
back soon.
or Lady is nowhere to be found, and Dante gets shipped with Trish at that point, and they start working together. Although in DMC4, Lady does come back.
Are you crying?
It's only the rain.
The rain already stopped.
I think the voice actress for Lady probably does.
I see.
She's a fairly big name. Her name is Carrie Walgren.
Maybe somewhere out there, even a devil
And
may
I
cry
wonder if she
when lost
does
a loved one.
any voices in
Don't you
Genshin.
think?
I'll have to look it up.
Maybe.
By the way, looks like we're gonna be busy for a while.
Well, bring it on. I love this. This is what I live for. I'm absolutely crazy about it.
Alright, so let's see if I can actually unlock the I think it's a secret ending? I don't remember what this unlocks actually, but you might notice a little counter at the top right corner. And if you manage to kill 100 enemies before the song ends, you get a little bonus. But I don't remember what the bonus is. Also, it's not just the same mobs for all 100, they actually have a specific order and everything. And the number 100 happens to be a mini-boss, so you have to get there fairly quickly. But with Lady helping out, also the fact is we have 2 Kalina Anns here, right? Because Lady has hers, but I still have the one that she lent me. Yeah. Let's see, 39. One good thing is also this song is like almost a 6-minute song, I think. So this is not a standard length song. It's on the longer side. Maybe it's 5 minutes. In any case, 5 minutes is still on the long side. Anyway, we're almost halfway there. Do it so we know the answer. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. And also at normal difficulty, it shouldn't be that hard. Oh wait, it says Lady is Stephanie Chiba? What? I thought it was Carrie Walgren. Okay, Stephanie Chiba. I should look that up. I remember she voiced somebody that I liked. Okay. I also do love this song. This is a very pleasant song to listen to. Okay. Yeah, but I don't recall. I don't think I've ever managed to do this in Dante Must Die difficulty, but I'm sure I've done this in higher than just this difficulty, which again was the easy difficulty before. So the mobs don't have that much HP, and since these are the vast majority of the guys I'm fighting here are the very basic lowest mobs in the game, so they don't have a whole lot of offensive capability either. Okay, there we go. Okay. But of course, also I don't have an HP bar, so I can't die. All right, there we go. We did do it. Oh, I forgot that you can get more than 100, huh? I thought maybe it just ended at 100. See, I feel like if somebody really wanted to do this very quickly, they'd probably bring Nevin because you are fighting. Yeah, rock on. You killed over 100 demons. So.
What happened next?
This isn't the
Nothing,
secret
really.
ending. This is the normal
Took care
ending.
of all the remaining devils, and that was it. I still have a job to do that's far from done, which is to eliminate every last demon. I need to ensure that monsters like my father never come about again. And he promised to help me hunt down the demons, even though he's part one himself. But now I realize that there are humans as evil as any devil, as well as kind and compassionate demons in this universe. At least I've found one so-called devil who is able to shed tears for those he cares about. That's enough for me to believe in him.
That's cute. Didn't really catch on to that at first.
Speaking of a kind devil, he finally decided on a name for his shop. It took him quite a while to pick one.
Dante.
Wanna know the name? Devil May Cry.
Yeah, how Dante was crying in that one scene. We couldn't see it, but the lady noticed, but he lied to her about it, and that probably made her trust him. The fact that he was crying and it was involuntary, that he it wasn't something he was doing for show because he actually wanted to hide it. Yeah, that makes sense. This is the secret ending. Very short. Nothing much.
Fight with the Prince of Darkness. If my father did it, I should be able to do it too.
I like to imagine Virgil running all the way to those 3 lights, past all those structures and shit, just like in that angry mode with the sword by his side. Oh, sweet. So I didn't realize that in normal mode you can take damage and still get S rank on damage, because I think in Dante Must Die mode every mission you can't take any damage or else you get at most an A. But I think in hard too you can take damage in this mission. Yeah, you can see I didn't do most of the secret missions. I did only 8 and 10. And my grades were alright, I guess. I'm pretty happy that I managed to S rank the last 2, I guess. And double S the final one. I guess that... Yeah. Alright, they give you a little bit of, like, so because it's my first win over the game. Yep, I can now select hard. We got Bloody Palace, which is basically, I think it's 100 levels. It's constant, and every 10 you face a boss, something like that. That's pretty standard. Oh, right, you can also switch costumes. Yep. So that's the OG Devil May Cry Dante. We got the yeah, bunch of concept art and stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna try just doing a run in hard, but after that I guess I'll call it a stream. I think yeah, I wanted to get through that challenge quest in FGO and finish Devil May Cry, and I did. I wasn't sure if I'd die, but I guess I did die once in Mission 18. Next time DMC5? No. If the next game, in terms of Devil May Cry, what the next thing I would do is actually play this game in hard and then Dante Must Die. What I guess I might do is play this game off stream on hard mode and very hard and until I unlock Dante Must Die. And then I'll try to beat it on stream on Dante Must Die, which I think might be fun. But who knows, by that point the Ninja Gaiden game might come out. But DMC5 I actually did play on stream a little over a year ago, maybe? Something like that. I played through it and I enjoyed it enough, but the thing that really gets me about that game is the art design. The art design is absolutely awful. And even though the combat system fundamentally is very similar to Devil May Cry 3 and 4, like they've made sure to copy them very well, and props to them for that. I may use the word copy, but like, I mean, it's the same company and everything. All they really did was do the same setup. So the combat, combat is generally very good. I'm not a huge fan of the new character and how he controls, but the original characters, Dante and Nero, excellent. But again, the art design and also the enemy design and the bosses, not so great. So unfortunately, I couldn't even motivate myself to play through that game more than once. I thought about trying to play through it again on hard at least. But I mean, the thing is with the Devil May Cry game, it's like the fun doesn't really even start until you start playing Dante Must Die, I feel like. I mean, I guess that's not true, but the first time you play through the game is almost a practice run. It's not about getting good scores on your first playthrough, it's about maxing out all your moves and then getting double S rank against much tougher challenges in hard or Dante Must Die mode. Oh right, also when you use Dante's Devil May Cry 1 costume, his Devil Triggers transforms him into Sparta, which is like what he becomes at the very end of the first Devil May Cry.
You scared?
So you can see how much of an easier time I'm having here, partly because I'm more practiced, partly because I have a higher moveset and such. But yeah, I think it's mainly the greater moveset. It can be frustrating playing Devil May Cry again for the first time and having a much more limited moveset after being so accustomed to having basically every move in the game. And so it's like my rhythm gets thrown off. You're going to sleep? Okay, yeah. Thanks again for coming by, Nat, and good night. Hope you have a good sleep. And good luck on finishing the event tomorrow. I'm sure you'll be able to do it. So I got ass. Yeah, that's a score I've seen a lot in these games. Because the time limits tend to be fairly strict. But yeah, I guess it's about time to end the stream. That was fun. Like I said, I think what I will do is I'll at least try to play through hard off stream. And then I'll play through very hard either off stream or on stream, I'm not sure. But then Dante Must Die, yeah, I'll play on stream because that's a fun one. But yeah, I guess it's about time to end the stream. Thank you everyone for watching, and I think next time I'll probably do Genshin. Yeah, probably Friday. Genshin. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. There's the events that are unlocking, although I'm not sure they'll be unlocked by then. I think I'll probably do more runs of the challenge event. Yeah, try to get better score. And I'm gonna cool it on the one that was giving me a lot of trouble the other day. But yeah, time to end the stream. Talk to you next time. Bye.